Hi, I'm Nanshe, and welcome to my online store. I'm an environmentalist, and so I want to leave a small footprint when I'm gone. So that is the main reason why I use recycled materials. The second reason is because there is nothing like using something with another story from another era, from a past time. And I find that incredibly interesting, and it really adds to the way my work comes out. And it adds to the way I think about the world. So I want to show you a couple of the materials that I use. When I say to you that I am using limited edition materials, it really does mean that I may never be able to find them again. So first of all, starting with 1970s antenna cable. It makes absolutely great versatile jewelry pieces. So here I've put a few beads and a little leopard, little brass leopard, and made it into a bracelet. I've also made this material into chokers, which are really incredibly comfortable, and you can change the size on them because of the spaces. And also these great earrings, which are not heavy, but they're big and bold. So I can use beads with them. And, they make a really great pair of large earrings without being too heavy. So that's just one of the limited edition materials that I use. Now, when I went to London, I went down on the Thames River and found a whole heap of treasures. Now, I love finding treasures. I found a whole heap of these one-use clay tobacco pipe parts. And they were full of mud, so I have bleached them and washed them, got the mud out of them. Some of them remain this great white colour, and others have a beautiful stain of tobacco on them. Now, tobacco makes great dye of this colour. So even though these have the dye on them, they are completely clean and germ-free. Sometimes you can find that blue-black colour that you get from opium on them as well. I got a little bit bored, I've got to say, with some of using the white colour all the time. Sometimes it just didn't fit with what I wanted to do with them. So I've started painting on them. So I've started painting my own designs, and they're all very stable. I leave the ends quite rough because I want to keep that old feel. And that is also really important in my work, that you can still see where things have come from. They have a story. I made these great earrings with a couple of odd pieces that I've painted. So I've put those together with a piece of cut out copper plate. Now, because I use all recycled materials, when you see something like this on my site, you'll know it's solid sterling silver that I've made from 100% recycled plate and wire. Sometimes I use other people's parts of solid sterling silver. Old pieces of jewellery that people give to me, like the parts on this piece that I've manufactured myself, but each side part was a pair of earrings. And I thought how fantastic that would be to frame this beautiful cameo that I've salvaged as well. All of the chain is recycled, it's cut off from other parts. I've made this myself by hand, this part, and my sterling silver spiral. but it's all 100% recycled sterling silver. How fantastic is that, to know I'm not contributing to another big hole in the ground and another polluted river. I so love that. Here's a piece here that I've made out of wax and then cast in solid 100% recycled sterling silver. That's my puddle dog. And again, my recycled sterling silver clasp, 100% recycled. Because I love haunting antique shops when I go away, I find all sorts of great buttons. These glass buttons are from around about 1925, and I've put them with my fabricated solid sterling silver, recycled sterling silver parts to make great earrings. I do love mixed media because I'm a sculptor and I love to work with assembling things. So I'm an assemblage sculptor. So this piece here is a number of different parts assembled. Recycled resin parts from the 80s and the 70s. Salvaged pieces of red coral. Some beautiful beads that I bought in antique shops. And this beautiful headpiece that would have been worn this style in the 70s in Bangladesh. I bought that in Bangladesh when I was there. Recycled sterling silver rings that I've patinaed. Everything has a story to it, everything. And I love to reuse, incorporating the story. This is a piece that I have rehashed out of a solid sterling silver bracelet, and it would have just been crushed and melted, and I decided that I would remake it. Like, why make something again if it's already made? Lastly, I do make things from scratch, and sometimes things take me ages because I make every component. So every one of these sterling silver head pins I've made myself. I've set this beautiful piece of pottery in solid sterling silver as well. And the little cameo just sits in a place that had a little blemish on this piece of pottery. And those pieces of pottery are like treasures that I've found at Secret Beach in the 80s in Tasmania. They really do tell a story. So if there's anything on my online store that you want more information about and I haven't quite given you enough, please don't hesitate to contact me and ask me anything about them. I hope you enjoy my work and I hope you can take it home.